welcome back to What Do You Say? I'm your host, Frank Termini. If you like what we're doing, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on any notifications so that you can be updated on new content. Today we have Drew and Steph. Is it Conway?
Conway, it is.
Sir. Drew and Steph. Drew and Steph Conway. And so Drew is the team manager. This is how we met. You're the team manager for Saint Pius.
Exactly.
Okay. And you have had a love for sports for how long?
Honestly, Coach, it's honestly since I was little. I did not play sports when I was little.
Tell us why.
Because I have had autism, and that's kind of affected the way of has really affected me because I can't play. It's really hard for me to play sports because honestly don't have very good coordination skills.
Okay. And so, how old were you when you were diagnosed with autism? Do you know?
It was. Am I right? Somebody was about 5 years old.
You were 5 years old.
5 years old.
And so, what, Stephanie, you probably would remember this more than him. What was the symptoms that? Okay, so wait a second. Let me ask you this: who's older?
You want to guess?
Tell me your age, Drew.
32s.
You're probably younger.
I am. I'm 5 years younger.
Okay.
So, although I was
So you're not going to remember really either.
No, but I do know kind of what one of the first things my parents said is he was not walking until he was almost 2 years old.
Okay.
So that was one of the first indicators. And then another thing is they said that his core strength was not exactly strong when it came to sitting up.
So when they would hold him, he would kind of just come forward.
Bingo.
Couldn't hold his head up.
Yep. And
Okay.
so around the time he was 5 years old, and we're 5 years apart. So they actually decided to have me after they found out he had the diagnosis. Why? Don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Well, and also back then, it probably took him forever to figure out what the hell was going on.
Exactly. It was a lot different back then. The technology is a lot more advanced. But yeah, he was about 5 years old when they figured it out.
And so let's start honestly with you,
Okay.
because growing up, how did they explain this to you when you were, say, 5
Yeah.
and 6 and he was 10, 11 years old?
Yeah.
And so, and then you guys are still, he's obviously physically, he's much different, but then other ways he's actually very similar. So how were you able to comprehend this? And I guess what age were you when you were able to really realize, hey, this is autism, this is what it is, this is what we're dealing with?
Yeah, absolutely. So growing up, in our household, it was normal. It was never a big, quote, announcement. Drew has always just been Drew to me. When I really started to realize that our family dynamic looked a lot different than other families, I was probably about 7 or 8. So maybe like the second grade, third grade time frame. And one of the biggest things is when my parents would talk about education is I always remember the words him having an aide or an IEP. They were going to all these different meetings. And my friends who had older siblings, they were not going to all these meetings that had revolved around an IEP or etc. So that was one of the biggest differences. And then also growing up, when I would have been 11, that's when he turned 16. When, Drew does not necessarily drive. He is a certified passenger princess.
Right.
And
right.
so that was another thing too. That was kind of a big moment that I'm like, yeah, our family looks a little bit different. Not bad, never has been, but just different.
Right. So you were 7, 8 years old.
Yeah, I was young.
And did you ever struggle?
Of course. I struggled, not necessarily. I've never been embarrassed of you, ever. Not for 1 second.
I'm not either, Drew. Clearly.
I appreciate that. Well,
Thanks,
well,
Coach.
I think I'm embarrassed. I am a little embarrassed that we lost last week. But hey, but hey, that's okay. But Patsy with that.
Hey, they were good, Drew.
Yeah.
They were good.
A little bit. Hey, sorry, Coach Simone.
No, they were really good, Drew. I agree. They were good.
See, somehow he always makes a joke at like the perfect time.
He's your comic relief.
Yeah, so I've never been embarrassed of him, but I was always fearful. I never wanted anyone to ever be mean to him. Even though I'm the younger sister, I'm the protective sister. So from that standpoint, I've always wanted to just make sure that the world treats him to the best of their ability.
So let's talk. Has there been any issues? I can't imagine. Here, you know what? I shouldn't say that.
Go for it.
Because I shouldn't say it, I can't imagine anyone being mean to him. But at this age, probably not. But when he was younger, kids are mean as shit.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm sure there were definitely issues there.
Yeah. Drew, can we talk about your stimming?
Exactly. Sure.
So one of the things, what happens when you get really, really excited?
I just noticed it. I told my wife, I said, Michelle, I've been around that kid every day since June. And I just know, because he got all excited. You didn't recognize me initially when we were at the concert, did you? And then once he realized who I was, I noticed the stimming.
Yes.
But he's never done it in front of me one time.
Really?
Never once in 6 months. That's the first time I ever seen him do it.
Interesting.
That's the first time.
He's got his stems, and they're my favorite thing in the world. And, if anybody's ever staring, I just start stimming with him, I guess.
Right. Right.
Join in on the fun. But, growing up, that is one thing I noticed kids would stare a lot. So I would just stare right back and give them a dirty look. But at the same time, that is something that we have worked really hard on. If that's how you show your excitement, that's fine. Stim all you want. Who cares?
Well, and I know autism is very tricky and there's this enormous spectrum.
Right.
And I've seen, incredibly high functioning people who are autistic and some very, very low functioning. So you're much on the very high end of the spectrum. And so where the hell was I going with that? The stemming there, you're saying there's more than one. Mm-hmm. Okay. So he has a few different quote unquote ticks is what we'll call them.
Bingo. So when he is excited, sometimes he'll have his hands down and he gets the hand taps going. Uh-huh. Sometimes he has like the full flaps is what we have him call. And then sometimes when he's even like
nystagmus in his eyes is what I noticed.
Yes.
So I noticed the hands initially, and then it was a combo of two of them where he had his eyes would flutter and he had the extension in his arms.
Exactly. Yeah. And he has these crazy, show him real quick, show me your extended or your hyperextended elbows. So sometimes when he does it too, you're like, is he really okay?
Yeah. So he, but I never, ever noticed that. And I told my wife when we turned around, I said, I got to tell you, I've never seen him do that before. I've never seen it because so here, Drew, just so you know, there is a young man, he's about 13 years old. And I had dinner with his mom and my wife before the Brandon Lake concert. Okay. And she was expressing some concern because she has a son who's autistic. And here, when you don't know the outcome and you're constantly wondering how functional are they going to be and these types of things, it's incredibly nerve-wracking.
Oh, it's
right?
So terrifying.
And so when you guys are in this stage of the game and you're like, okay, he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Right. He is incredibly high functioning. And, once you get to know him and you sit and chat with them, you got way more to learn from him than he does from us. I'm going to tell you that right now. And
sure
you can write a book. So, but I'm like, you got to meet Drew. I'm like, he's the one of the coaches up at Pius. He, the kids love him. The coaches love him. He's one of us. I'm like, you got to meet Drew. And then sure enough, I ran into him at the Brandon Lake concert.
What are the odds?
And so she got to come over, her and her daughter. Let's see, the daughter's probably 15. This kid's probably 12 or 13 years old.
Okay.
And so she came over, she met him. And I'm like, there you go.
That's your future, or can be.
Right. Or and you don't have to limit it. You don't have to put it in a box, right? You're going to do what you're going to do.
Absolutely.
So, but the reason why, so number one, we met, what game was it? It was a home game. And then I got on your Facebook page, not Facebook, TikTok. And I laughed my ass off for 2 hours. And when we got home, I had to show my wife the video when I don't know what he had in his plate, and you kept saying, let me have one.
Oh,
let me have another
pork chop.
Thank you. I remember that, but I can't remember what. honestly,
I kept going,
Yeah.
can I have another one? Can I have another one?
Until you didn't have any.
Yeah, and you just...
I remember that.
And then he apologized to you for not having any more.
And that honestly, though, that explains him. He's so selfless. Like, if I asked for the world, he'd give me that and then some.
Listen, selfless, humble.
To you, at least, he's humble.
Well, selfless, humble, and just there's so many attributes where I remember in the last 6 months where I'm like, I wish I could be more like Drew. So many times watching him, just thinking to myself, gosh, I just wish I could just take that and apply me personally and then have all these kids do it as well. And I was just so impressed. And just, I don't think I ever saw you in a bad mood, Drew. Do you ever get in a bad mood?
I honestly, mostly it's sometimes if I'm like I will say us honestly, Coach. So I do get sometimes mad, but probably when I'm frustrated or when things don't go my way. Do you agree?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think, are you ever in a bad mood? You have maybe bad moments.
Well,
but
because sometimes I will tend. I'm gonna be straight with you. I lose stuff a lot. I'm not gonna lie. 'Cause that's, I think, sometimes when I get the most frustrated over.
Yeah, he loses a lot, especially his debit card or dad's debit card.
I'm not gonna lie.
There's been a couple times where, in order to help gain his independence, we'll give him dad's credit card or whatever. Say we're at the stadium, for example, and he wants to go get himself ice cream or a hot dog. He can go do that. And then he'll come back with his food, and dad will say, all right, can I have my card back? Oh, I don't know where it's at. The amount of times we've had to call the bank and cancel the card. Hope that $7 ice cream was worth that whole credit card.
Oh, it was more than 7 for sure.
Yeah, true, especially at Arrowhead. But
okay, so here let's talk about Drew. Let's talk about your independence. What do you do completely on your own?
Well, the thing I can do is, probably brush. I can brush my teeth by myself. I can get ice cream by myself as long as I can't make a mess. Let's see what else.
you pick out your outfits?
I pick out my outfits. I can I can't get like autographs all by myself because it's
Say that again. You can do what by yourself?
Get autographs autographs all by myself.
Get autographs by himself.
Oh, autographs.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
great.
Yes, sir.
What else? What about shower by yourself?
I can barely shower by myself and I take baths by myself too. So
Okay,
you bathe
shower.
yourself.
Okay, what about your hair?
I can do like comb my hair and let's see.
Can I add another thing
Yeah.
so this one we learned to do. We didn't come naturally, but with time, what do you like to put in the microwave and then mix it up?
Mac and cheese. I can just.
Have you ever forgot to put the damn water in the mac and cheese? My kids do that. It stinks the house up for days.
It smells burnt forever. It's so hard to get that smell out. It gets in your hair. It gets everywhere. So annoying. You also, sometimes you can make sure all your stuff is charged. Like if mom says, I need you to get this, this, and this, you can make your piles too.
Yeah, I could do so many things like, I can keep, when I'm not supposed to say anything, keep my mouth shut.
When he's what?
To keep
Like a secret. He's good at keeping secrets.
Oh, there you go, Drew. Well done. That's a big thing.
It is.
Yeah, anyways.
Yeah, you are. There'll be times, there was a secret he was supposed to keep and then didn't, where I cut somebody off on the highway.
Oh.
And I said, don't tell mom and dad first thing we get home. Guess what she did? So he knows how to play the game too.
Yeah.
So, as far as activities of daily living, he's independent.
For the most part, yes. There are still certain things that...
Shaving, I could see. So I remember watching your dad shave him.
Bingo. And that is for multiple reasons.
Hurt
Accuracy,
himself.
yes, and safety.
Yeah.
He does not trim his own nails. Again, a safety aspect. laundry, he doesn't necessarily put it in the washing machine, but he'll take it when it's done and put it from the washer to the dryer.
Okay.
All of his own meals we supervise. He does not do a ton of, he helps assist in the kitchen, but all his meals are provided for him.
Okay.
So, but bathing, he is very good about, and make sure he gets a shower and or bath every single day.
Boom.
Does that make you feel good?
It does, honestly. I with the football team, I can tell I've really learned. I've learned how to mature more. But basically, like when on my way, I've learned to cope things a lot better than.
How has football helped you with that?
For my example, when basically when my mom, I've learned to be more flexible. Like not like sometimes I want like, for example, like when I want like a certain thing that I don't give them, and then I just go with the flow.
So that one more time. Oh, so it's helped you be more flexible.
Yeah.
Football has allowed you to help go with the flow because you don't always know the outcome.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sister.
Okay.
So here, and is that because maybe you'll anticipate that we're going to do something specific at practice, and then all of a sudden it changes and we do something different?
Well, Coach Money taught us a lot of life. But one of the things he's taught us at practice is life is not always fair. And that's one thing that's kind of, I've honestly worked, and that has really taught me a lot, because sometimes I don't always count my. It's been hard for me to sometimes, with my autism, realize how blessed I am. Am I right, Stephanie?
Yeah, you do say that a lot, and you go, Coach Simone says life isn't always fair, and that's the truth.
Yeah, and
So you've taken what he has said to the team and then applied that to your own personal situation. So let me ask you, has there been times when, because of your autism, you found yourself feeling sorry for yourself?
Honestly, like, for example, sometimes I can't always be prepared on my mom and dad, and that, I think that's.
Say that again, Drew.
Coach, honestly, sometimes I cannot always rely on my mom and dad. Sometimes I always have to be, I have to let other people assist me doing stuff, and not always mom and dad. And that's, I think, been a little bit of a struggle with me.
Yeah. Sometimes.
So you're saying
honestly,
you're okay for the most part with your mom and dad assisting you, but if somebody else has to step in, you don't like that.
Well, honestly, but how do I put it this way?
Yeah,
sometimes I think it's a comfort thing to me. I like to do things. I like to do things well, and I think that's honestly one of the. When I was younger, I used to I used to be very picky about things, but I think since I've gotten older and now with football, I'm not always allowed to. I've not always. It's been really hard. It's been easier for me to. It's been a lot easier for me.
Can I recap?
Yeah,
what you just said? Make sure I'm saying it right. So what you're saying is sometimes, because you don't want to get embarrassed, or because mom and dad and sometimes me were your comfort people to help you do certain things, you don't always like when other people step in because you don't want to feel like a burden or you don't want to be embarrassed. And football, especially at Saint Pius and being around the team, has allowed you to let your guard down so players can help you, other coaches can help you in that sense.
And honestly, Stephanie, I will say this. I don't always want to. I like mom and dad to take care of me and take me places. But,
you like to be baby.
I'm also learning to. Sometimes I'm learning to let them have a lot of life too, and I think that's been honestly, it's been extremely hard. Realize because to let mom and dad have life, not always be dependent on them. Honestly, it's been.
You don't always.
So now what you're saying is it's not so much somebody other than your mom and dad or Stefani helping you.
Yeah.
It's you want to be independent so that your mom and dad can have some freedom. Is that what you're saying?
I've been trying to do a little bit better job, and like for example, like not just trying to. I've been trying to grow up with him, and that's honestly, I've had a struggle with that because you want to.
I think your awareness of that, Drew, is huge. I think that is incredibly impressive, and just you being aware of that, it shows a lot of maturity.
Thank you.
Yeah, there shows a lot of maturity, and there is a lot of kids who don't have your diagnosis who are just as old as you and don't wrap their head around that. So I think that is incredibly impressive. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you something. What else did you learn in the last 6 months coaching at Pius?
You know what? I've always learned. Probably, I learned just. I would say, if you don't do things right, you don't do. Sometimes if you don't do things right about you get punished. Oh, trust me.
Yeah.
I learned. But this one of the Wednesdays was one of the Wednesdays at practice. Coach got so mad at the players. He had to run.
So what coach was it? Coach.
I think Coach Money was it. I don't know. I honestly can't remember what happened, but it was so bad. I was like, is everything okay? 'Cause I was like, what the heck? What the heck's going on? Like, are the players in trouble? And like, when they get in trouble, they have to run, and it's that was probably one of the.
Has any of the coaches ever got so mad that it actually scared you?
Not honestly, has not. It's it didn't make me feel bad for the player, but honestly, but it has me realized they're growing up.
Yeah, Drew. That's it. Yes, it's part of it, and I think Coach Simone probably of all the coaches in the city does a really, really good job at not getting emotional.
Yeah,
he gets intense. But he does not get emotional. It's very much different.
It's met with such a passion of I care for these young men on the field.
Right.
And I think that's what Drew takes away from it a lot is, there's consequences in life and you don't do something right. You got to combat it by maybe running. But I think at the end of the day, Drew just takes such a, wow, I want to care for people the way you and Coach Simone care for those players.
Sure. So sometimes life isn't fair. Mm-hmm. That's one thing. That's one sentence that you could say that you've learned from coaching at Saint Pius.
Yes, sir.
Give me another sentence. Give me another thing that you've learned from coaching at Saint Pius.
I was so I gotta be careful what I say.
No, you don't. You're all right. Go ahead. Say whatever you want.
So I learned a lot of how basically how people like
Catholicism.
It's been really like hearing in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. It's been so cool.
Because you guys weren't born and raised Catholic.
Yes, sir.
And so when you started a prayer, you didn't start it in the name of the Father and of the Son and reciting the Trinity. So you guys didn't do that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so the Catholics, they do that.
Yeah. It's been pretty cool.
You like that?
Well, I don't know if Father Mark's watching this.
Father Mark will watch this, and it's okay.
well, Father Mark might not like me saying this. Every time he plays, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, Amen. that is so cool how he does that. It's amazing.
It gets you pretty excited, doesn't it? It gets you pretty excited. Yeah. Yes.
So I have to tell this real quick. Do you care?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. So. I was over at my parents' on Wednesday. There was one Wednesday I was over, and Drew, I was listening, and I'm like, what is he watching? What is he watching? Drew has started watching Catholic Mass every day at noon. And I'm like, okay. And it came from such a standpoint it's been cool because he's like, if I want others to love and accept me, I want to learn more about whether it's religion, race, whatever it may be. He wants to now learn about it to then.
You see what I'm talking about? That's the type of attitude that no one in this country has anymore. No one.
Truth.
And which is part of the reason why it's as divided as it is. And
Yeah.
honestly, I'm part of that problem. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And so that's part of what I was saying when, like, that's a component of Drew that I wish I had.
Me too.
Sometimes you're like, maybe we would all be better off.
Right. If we just learned a little bit more.
God forbid, it's like, you look at someone who, is diagnosed with autism at 5. You have no idea what end of the spectrum we're on. And back then you didn't even know what the quote unquote spectrum was.
Exactly.
And now I'm looking at you, Drew, and I'm like, I think you may be better off than 99.9% of us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's always amazing to me because, this life is hard, but it's hard for everybody. Who doesn't have hardships, right? But I wouldn't trade it for the world. Mm-hmm. And I don't think you would either.
Mm-hmm.
No, there is so much to learn from Drew.
Mm-hmm. He's taught me a lot.
It's so much to learn from him. And I don't care how old you are, because I'm looking at, my kids that range from 12 to 29, all these athletes that range from 14 to 18, the coaches. I'm like, there is not one person who can't, if you actually observe Drew, right? Actually sit there and take a second and observe him, that can't learn so much.
Yeah, I agree.
And so you sat down and you weren't born and raised Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you are born and raised a Christian.
Christian, yeah.
A Christian. Okay, so how old were you when you learned about Jesus?
Honestly, it was about 3 minutes, Stephanie.
Yeah, we were both born and raised in the church, so we've been surrounded.
And so non-denominational?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where do you guys go to church?
Tiffany Fellowship, Assembly of God.
Tiffany Fellowship.
Tiffany, where's that at?
It is north of the river, a little bit, like 2 minutes from Zona.
Okay, is it north of Zona?
It's on Berry Road.
Okay, so we go to the Rock of KC, which is off I-29 and Mexico City Avenue.
Okay, yeah, not far at all of it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay, and so you learned about Jesus. Tell me what you know about Jesus. I want to know.
Jesus, he's my Lord and Savior, and he never fails me. Seriously, he does.
No. I don't disagree with you at all. I'm on board. What else? Tell me what else you know about him.
A couple things. He died. Honestly, he died for us, and he rose again for the. Probably one of the. And there's 2 favorite holidays that come remind me of Jesus. One, Christmas, which he was born again, and Easter, where he died. Easter, he died.
Those are the 2 most important holidays.
Yes, sir.
I agree. And so you know that he died.
Yeah.
And then what happened then? If I was to ask you, like, I have no idea about Jesus, talk to me like I have no idea about him.
Jesus, he rose again, and he
how many days?
I say
you had
180 maybe. I'm thinking.
That's okay.
I haven't really. I need to read the Bible more.
Hey, Drew, we all do. Trust me, we all need to read the Bible. So Jesus died on the cross.
Yeah.
Why did he die on the cross?
To save for you to save to save our sins from evil.
Okay. And then so he died on the cross, and then he rose again in 3 days. Mm-hmm. Okay.
3, not 180. 3.
Okay, thank you, Stephanie.
There you
go. No,
I appreciate that.
Nice try.
What's even better is, Drew, you're funny and don't try to be. That's the best part.
You never know what's going to come out of his
No,
mouth.
that is the absolute best part. And he is your Lord and Savior.
Yes, sir.
And you learned that at a very young age, right? Okay. And so your favorite holidays are Christmas, because that's when he was born, and Easter, because that's when he died.
Honestly, one thing that I like Easter too is just it reminds me of, like, the day, how much it's also a Saturday, but it's a happy day too.
It's a sad day and a happy day. Yes.
Exactly.
Right. No. So you got to figure the death is incredibly sad, but then the resurrection is like, whoa, you can't even fathom that component of it, right? Yeah. So actually Easter Sunday is what you're celebrating is really the resurrection, right? Because Good Friday, well, you're not Catholic, but
We still honor Good Friday.
you do. Okay,
Yes, we
very good. All right, so Good Friday is when he died, so that's the sad day. But then Sunday, Easter is that's the day he rose. So that's a happy day.
And what other Sunday do you love that comes before Easter?
I would say.
I know what it is.
Football.
Not football Sunday. When we have the branches.
Palm Sunday.
There you go.
Oh, you like Palm Sunday. So tell me why you like Palm Sunday.
It kind of reminds Jesus riding on a donkey, coming back to Nazareth. I gotta be careful. Sometimes I think of Patrick Mahomes. I gotta be careful not being sacrilegious here, but reminds me of Patrick Mahomes coming into Denver and beating the Broncos.
You know what? Go for it. That's what it reminds
Well,
me.
that's good. Yeah.
So Palm Sunday, you like the palms.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even remember. I should know this. What's the significance of Palm Sunday? Is that the week before Easter?
Correct.
And so there is a significance to it, but I don't remember.
Jesus came into the town and they were waving.
Because Jesus came back.
Yes, you know more about it than I do. I need to refresh. I guess I need to read the Bible more too.
You need to be more like Drew too.
I do.
Yeah, I ain't the only one.
Didn't he come back and then they were waving the palm branches? That's why. So he really likes it. It gets him hyped up because it reminds him of a parade.
Yeah, it's like it's a parade, yes, sir.
I got it. And so your church actually does a celebration for Palm Sunday with the palms. With the Catholics do that too.
Go. There you go.
The Catholics do that too. So Jesus has always been a really important part of your life.
But I'm gonna admit I do say stuff that I shouldn't say. Well, part of
Give me an idea. Tell me what you said that you shouldn't say.
You can say it. It's okay.
Go ahead, you tell me.
Honestly, I dropped the F-bomb.
No way.
But seriously, I do drop the F-bombs. I'm sorry.
Here, Drew, you ain't the only one. Trust me.
When I've gotten, I have got in trouble for saying that.
You're not in trouble.
No,
Once in a while, I will drop the F-bomb when I get very frustrated, which it's simple for a lot of people, though.
Sometimes it just makes you feel better, Drew.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, honestly, I gotta be careful not saying that cussing out the devil too, because I do like to cuss the devil, and that's
You like to cuss the devil.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of an asshole. So
yeah.
He is.
So I don't disagree with you. So you like Father Mark?
Oh.
And so tell me, at what point did you start getting curious about the Catholic Mass?
I think honestly, when I noticed the team started going to Mass on Friday, every Friday the football team would go to Mass.
Goes to Mass,
and that's kind of what started me going.
Do you like the Catholic Mass?
Honestly, it's cool, but a little bit different because you don't always know what worship song is. I don't know if they're singing a worship song or just it's kind of a little hard.
Oh, like the recitations, or I don't know exactly what they're called, but the
I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
I mess them up too because they've changed them. Because it used to be like they would say, let me give you an idea. Like if they were doing the petitions, they would say, "We pray to the Lord," and then the congregation would say, "Lord, hear our prayer." Now they say something different, and then he may say, "May the Lord be with you," and they used to say, "and also with you." And now the congregation will respond with, "and with your spirit." And the Apostles' Creed that's changed.
Got it.
How they say that. And so now when I go to the Catholic Mass, I kind of don't say anything because I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
You're just an observer at that moment.
And so, we do go to the Catholic Mass. We do. We go to the Rock a lot, but we like to go to the Catholic Mass as well because, obviously the kids are in Catholic school. And so we kind of want them to make their own mind up how they want to celebrate their relationship with Jesus.
Absolutely.
And so that's kind of on how they want to do it. It's fine, as long as they're doing it.
Yes.
Right.
And we come from that same background too. It's like however you want to experience your relationship with Jesus, do it, but just as long as you have that relationship there.
The key is the relationship.
Absolutely.
And Father Mark has said that. And there's so many Catholic priests here. You want to talk about getting in trouble, Drew? You ready for this one? Okay. Oh yeah, I may get in some trouble for this one, but there are so many Catholic priests, I think, that are so locked in to Catholicism, and something Father Mark said, because I've had him on this podcast twice. He's like, "Here, God's calling you to a relationship. He's not calling you to a religion."
It's so true.
Honestly, he may get some shit for that one too.
Sorry, Father Mark.
But anyway, that is what is so incredibly important to me. And so we will go to the Catholic Mass, 2 to 3 times a month, and just so that the kids can get both, and then you guys determine how you want to celebrate
I think that's
your
beautiful.
faith. That's on you. For me personally, I like where I go to church.
Yeah.
Right. That's where I'm going to go to church. But
absolutely.
For my kids, here, Michelle and I was a St. Gabe's kid.
Okay.
And then I went to Saint Pius. Then I went to Benedictine. I got my master's at Rocker. So I was in Catholic school my entire life. My dad and my father-in-law both went to De La Salle. My wife was a St. Mary's girl. She went to Rockers. And so we were born and raised Catholic. We got married in the Catholic Church.
Okay.
We baptized our kids in the Catholic Church. We went to a non-denominational church after the twins were born. The twins were still in car seats.
Oh, wow.
So they're 12. This had to be 11 years ago, 11 plus years ago, that we decided to go to a non-denominational church, and we liked it. Okay. And so that's where we've been going. But since the kids started going to Catholic school, we've integrated going to the Catholic Mass more. I tell you what, if you like Father Mark, I could send you his Mass schedule so you know when he's going to say Mass at St. Teresa, and you could go there.
Yeah, I like to do all the players go?
Not always, not on Sundays. No.
I might have to try. Like, I've been to Catholic. I've been to a funeral for a Catholic church, but actually not an actual service. So that's. Would you want to go, Stephanie?
Yeah, I'm totally down.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip the script for a second. So I'm curious, from your perspective, how do you feel like your faith has allowed you to be so accepting of people like Drew?
I've never really thought about that. That's a
Well, because I'm asking, and I don't say this just to kiss anybody's ass here. I mean, everybody at Saint Pius, students and faculty, have been so welcoming. But it's different than just saying, "Oh, hey, how are you, Drew?" It's a true warm embrace. And I have a feeling your faith has played a role in that. And if not, then I'm wrong. But I'm curious.
Oh gosh, at the end of the day, I know so many people. I could think of 4 or 5 people now who aren't practicing Christians and are borderline atheists that would treat Drew the exact same way I am. And so that's where I struggle with saying it is solely, God darn it, Stephanie, that's a really, really, really good question. And so here, we're going to take that group of people and put them to the side. Okay. We're going to take those 4 or 5 people that I know are atheists that if they were to see Drew would go up and love on him. Yeah. Okay. And take them out, because we're going to answer this question as if those are exceptions to the rule.
Fair enough.
And the way I look at it is, if you look at the 10 Commandments, one of the things is do unto others as you would have done unto you.
Absolutely.
And so I, I do a very good job treating people that exact same way, right? Now, the problem with me doing that is, let's say I'm screwing up. I would have no problem with you coming up to me and just jumping my ass and say, pull your head out of your ass and you're doing X, Y, and Z wrong, and having that very brutally honest conversation with me. And so when I do unto others as I would have done unto me, I will do that.
But maybe the world needs more of that. And I love it.
And so I'll give you a perfect example. There was one time where I was on the headset with Coach Simoni, and I was saying some things that I probably shouldn't say, Drew. And Coach Simoni's like, Frank, you still have your microphone down. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, I ain't hiding that shit from you. He's like, what do you think I'm going to talk to you behind your back? And, he started laughing, and he's like, no, I know you're not going to do that. And so I will be incredibly, and matter of fact, I don't like people that sugarcoat things at all. Hate it. Can't stand it. Don't dance around things with me. You just be flat out black and white. I don't want any gray matter in it.
Love it.
And so if you're going to dance around things with me, I don't really want to have nothing to do with you.
I respect it.
And so, but that being said, do unto others as you would have done to you, that can sometimes come off kind of harsh for me.
That's fair.
But it is what it is. So that being said, and so I think to myself, hey, what if I had a loved one who was like Drew? How would I want them to be treated? And then I treat them that way. Mm. And that's kind of the way I look at it.
No, I respect it. Mm-hmm. Do you all, both you and, again, the players and the faculty, all realize the impact that you've made on Drew and his life?
Let's talk about it.
Do you realize it?
You're telling me it. So yes, I do. No, I don't pay attention to it. I really I do what I do, and I never really have thought about it. I haven't.
Okay, then let's get into it. I mean, I'm going to speak about this from the perspective as your sister, but then you can talk about it too, of course. There's two words that come to mind ever since you started this program. One would be transformation, and two would be confidence. Both those aspects, we have seen him just grow and thrive. But it's because he's so embraced by everybody there. Again, people can be nice to him. Nobody's ever just downright mean to him. But the way, the time I was on the field, because everybody was so generous to let me come down and film, they were all so respectful, calling him Drewski. Thank you, Drewski. Hey, buddy, can you do this? And so just giving him the capability and instilling that confidence in him has completely changed his whole world. He has his chin up higher now. He's happy to do things on his own. He's staying more hydrated because he's always... There was one time my mom was like, Drew, you got to slow down on the water because you're going to not stop pissing.
Right.
And he was like, well, Coach Simoni told us we had to stay hydrated. And she's like, I get that, but within reason. So the impact that the program and each individual has had on him is undescribable.
Hey, listen, the fact that we can take these components that you're teaching athletes and have a kid, I say a kid, you're a man, that has been autistic, your entire life, known since you were 5, and you're taking these things and it's applicable and all this, you're dissecting these words that are coming from these coaches and applying it to your life. It's just, it just shows you how powerful sports are.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's the lessons, the life lessons that it's teaching you, and how it's dissected so many different ways. And then you find yourself in this sport that you've never been privileged enough to play. So it's awesome. It really is.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we're very thankful. Like there's no words to just describe. Again, from the protective little sister, there's no words to describe just how much gratitude I have for each and every one of you guys.
Well, I appreciate you saying that for sure.
Of course.
So, Drew, what other sports do you like?
I love baseball. I like basketball too.
Did you get to go to the World Series games in 2014 and 15?
I didn't the one. I didn't actually. Did we go to game two? No, well, not the one with the Mets, but I did go to the one against the Giants, which we lost. But we beat the Mets. I didn't go to any of those.
Is that so? Do you have more fun watching the Chiefs in the playoffs in the Super Bowl or the Royals in the World Series?
Ooh.
I think probably sometimes I know it's kind of hard. One thing that I've enjoyed the Chiefs more because with the Chiefs, the Royals, they don't have that many big rivals. With the Chiefs, like for example, the Bengals and the Bills, those have been the Chiefs are starting to be one of the Chiefs rivals. So I think that's what's kind of why I honestly enjoy the Chiefs more. No, and I don't like the Royals, but I think one of it's because on the road the Royals don't have. Half of them were not superstars. Travis Kelce and Mahomes were, so.
So that's why you're more of a Chiefs guy.
Honestly.
Okay. So, me personally, now I grew up loving football. I went to Pius, and I got to play football, and football's always been my love. But I got to tell you something. When the Royals were in the World Series, dude, man, that was like nail biting, just on the edge of my seat. I thought postseason baseball was so much fun. Maybe it's because I'm a little bit spoiled, and it seems like we're in the postseason all the time now.
That's so
for
valid.
the Chiefs. But with the Royals, we went 30 years without playing any postseason baseball. So maybe that's another reason why it was so incredibly exciting for me.
And honestly, people went to the Yankees fans. I get kind of sick and tired of the Yankees winning. But I will admit I am an Aaron Judge fan. I love Aaron. I love Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is not one of the snobbish Yankees. I will say.
Right.
There are some of the Yankees I don't want to mention him, but I feel like Hank Strammer is a little kind of snobby and a kind of a snob.
Kind of cocky.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Pius some more.
Mm-hmm.
What should we do different at practice so that we can beat Platte County next year?
I will say we're gonna be a little more accurate with our passing, a little more.
Okay.
Jake Nichols. Jake Nichols did a great job this year.
Oh yeah.
But
Jake Nichols is a stud.
Yeah.
He's and I say he's going to be great, and he's actually already a great quarterback, but he's a baby. I mean, that kid's 15 years old. He's only a sophomore.
Oh my gosh, I did not even realize that.
Yeah, Jake's only a sophomore. Yeah, so that kid's going to be lights out. So we got to get a little more accurate with passing. What else?
And I think we get a little more with our offensive line. Did not help us block a lot. I don't want to.
We got to get a little bit better from the offensive line.
Yeah, because I know it's like we just gotta get stronger. That's all. I will say we gotta keep getting stronger.
We need a better strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah. Well, but honestly, I do like Coach Savi. Is Coach Savi his name? Offensive coach or?
Offensive coach Savea, Big Manu. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But we did a good job. But I'm kind of excited. Next year, we got some of our offensive guys coming back. My good friend Kyler.
Is he the best? He's awesome, right?
Oh, Kyler.
Yeah, Kyler Kuhn.
He talks about Kyler all the time.
Yeah.
He loves Kyler.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
shut up about Kyler.
Yeah, Kyler Kuhn's a stud.
Kyler, if you're saying that, can I tell you how much you've really impacted me? Not necessarily a player, but the man you was.
Kyler?
Yeah.
Tell me why. Here, he's going to listen to this.
So Kyler, if I want to know how much you have made. I can't thank you enough, man, because I know you get frustrated, but I don't see you get really get frustrated. You have made the way when you talk about Jesus, you just you're a very blessed person. You don't take out that on any of the players. So thank you again, man.
So let's say this. So just so I can recap.
Yeah.
So you're impressed about how he doesn't get upset when things go bad.
Yeah.
Which is also probably what's helped you
Yeah.
do the exact same thing when
Yeah.
things don't go your way.
Yeah. I have got frustrated, but I'm like, but I'm learning to cope with it.
By watching guys like Kyler.
Yeah.
So he's taught you that, but then you also said something about how Kyler talks about Jesus. Talk to me about that.
I noticed, like, before the game, I noticed he reads to the players, and that's
He reads what to the players?
The Bible.
The Bible.
He reads the Bible, and that's his was it Psalm something?
One of the Psalms he reads?
It's one of the Psalms. I gotta be. It's really been. Every time I think of that, it's made me. It's brought a huge impact on me.
So Kyler and Jake both are really, really good about being bold in their faith.
Mm-hmm.
And so what's very much impressive to me is here when I was in high school, I didn't believe any more then than I do now. Mm. Right? I mean, I believed, just like you said, that Jesus died and rose from the dead, and Christmas is when he was born, and Easter's when he died and rose from the dead. And I believed all that the exact same way that I do now. Was I as bold as they were in my faith? No, not at all. Mm-hmm. And honestly, there's probably another 40 or 50 guys on that team that are the exact same way. And part of what we're trying to do is lift that innate shame that you have.
Yep.
Right? When you're talking about your faith off of these kids. And I think we're doing a fantastic job, as you could see, mm-hmm. with leaders of the team, Kyler mm-hmm. and Jake, doing what they do mm-hmm. prior to and after games and being such spiritual leaders on the team, as well as they are, football leaders, quote unquote. And that's coming from the top down, obviously. That's coming from Coach Simone. And so I think he's probably, I don't want to speak for him, but I'm going to speak for him here. He's more proud of that than he is anything else that he's done at Pius.
Which says a lot. Yeah. It says a lot. The impact is immeasurable. It's amazing.
And I will say, I've gained to talk with Kyler about his college stuff. Well, he and I have he asked us, Drew. One day he asked me, so Kyler, I saw you went to Oregon, or example Oregon. Like, so Drew, do you have a favorite college football team? And just the way the way that he and I have kind of a friendship with that is just.
Do you have a favorite college football team?
I love the Missouri Tigers.
I'm a Missouri fan too, but is our new team going to be wherever Kyler goes? Or maybe that's going to be our second favorite team.
Well,
I might take the number one spot.
Yeah.
I might have to, but I will if he goes to KU, then I'll accept that. But if he goes to KU, but I'll let God tell him.
There you go. There you go.
Let God do.
So you pray a lot?
Honestly, I'm not a big prayer.
You pray every day.
I pray just. I do a lot of thanking God for His blessing because I've been very. Sometimes I don't complain as much, but when I used to complain a lot. You want to explain that to me?
Yeah, you talk to God a lot. Even if it's not like a sit down prayer, there is moments where he talks to God a lot.
Well, and I think I remember when I was little, I complained so much.
What'd you complain about when you were younger, Drew?
Everything. It was so annoying.
I complain I usually complain because I think because I don't want to not do disrespectful to you.
Go ahead.
But I used to complain when Seven was going to Fred. That would really hurt me a lot. But it's gotten better.
It's gotten a lot better. I'm going to say that again. When I used to go hang out with my friends, it was very hard for him because he did not necessarily have a friend group at the time. So then there was a lot of complaining about not having friends and a jealousy there. So he's worked through that and he's talked to God a lot about that, and that void has been fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So that void was filled. So that's pretty interesting, Drew, because one of the things I went to this retreat, and they were talking to just fathers, and they were explaining that all dads are going to leave gaps in their kids' life, right? Or maybe sometimes things that the father may say can cause harm when you didn't mean it to, because what you said and what your child heard are different things, and you could see when you talk to people, it's affected them even as adults.
Right.
And so they were talking about the gaps, and that's why they talked about how important it was to align your kids not with you, but with their Heavenly Father, because if they're aligned with their Heavenly Father, when we screw up, He fills the gaps for us.
Absolutely.
And so that was something, and so interestingly enough, you had gaps in your life, and you prayed a lot, and you're saying those gaps were, that was just filled.
Before Pius, I was part of a college football team. Not in I gaps are, but they were in college now. Now coming up with Pius, I feel like it's gonna gain a lot more since I'm with them a lot more at the summer. That's what I.
And so now you got all your friends from Pius.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Right. Okay.
It's a.
How did you guys get connected with Pius?
So our dear family friend Frank Armato is.
Oh, okay. I've known Frank forever.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, did you guys go to Pius together?
No,
then?
Frank's older than I am.
Got it.
So I was probably in my late teens, early 20s. And in the summer times, I would play on a softball team. It was just and Frank was on the team, and that's where I met Frank. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So
Small world. But yeah, that's how we initially got connected. And so it's been cool. The other thing that's been cool about the voids is we didn't know how those voids with Drew were necessarily going to be filled. We knew God had a plan to fill them. But the fact that he has filled them in this way with Pius so unexpectedly has just brought so much joy to our entire family.
Well, and it's crazy because we touched on it earlier, but there's that time when you're worrying constantly, probably, right? Mm-hmm. His social life, and clearly, Drew, you're aware of the fact that you needed a life outside of Stefani, and you needed a life outside of your mom and dad. Mm-hmm. And so Pius has provided that. Actually, not Pius, but God provided it, and and used Pius to fill that void. And so that's a pretty humbling thing to be a small part of, for sure.
Thank you for saying
Thank you, Coach.
Nice things.
There are acronyms in the whole thing, but there are some I can name probably 20 players I've been thankful for, but I'm not going to name all of them though.
Name them. We got time.
I'll say, Caden Locke, Paulie Schwartz.
Caden Locke, Paulie Schwartz. Said Kyler Kuhn.
Jackson Cole.
Jackson Cole.
Man, Kachi and
Kato and Kachi.
Bro, gentlemen,
Jamel.
Vince Canconi.
Vince who?
Vinny Casconi.
Vincent Casconi. Okay, who else?
Oh yeah, he talks about that.
Jamel. Okay, let me name the Brit man, Derek.
Derek Brick. Yeah, he's great.
And Ricky.
Ricky.
Ricky P.
Ricky's the best. You know, Ricky hurt his knee. He's going to have surgery.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So who else? Name some other guys.
There was one of the freshmen, Johnny. I don't know his last name.
Okay.
Johnny. Let me think. Tristan. The worm.
Tristan Worm.
The
worm. Yeah.
The worm.
Who else? That's 10 guys. What else? Who else we got?
Let's see. I was at Hudson.
Hudson Bailey. Yeah.
Palmer. Is that his first name, Palmer, or his last name? I forgot Palmer's first name.
Is he a freshman?
I think he's either a junior or senior. I'm not sure. Well, he's heard a lot this year. Palmer or something.
Hurt.
Is a guy.
Well, yeah.
I don't. Anyway.
You never know anymore, Drew. I'm gonna get in trouble for that one too.
But honestly, all especially the coach and coordinator has taken it to me is you guys have made it very special to me. So I'm just very thankful for you guys because without that you, Stephanie and I would never be happy.
Yeah. Well, I know exactly. Can I translate for you?
Please.
We do a lot of translating in our siblingship.
Sure.
One of the things that, and correct me if I'm wrong, because there was honestly, this is probably 5 years ago, there was a lot of resentment from him towards me because I was fleeing the nest. I left home. I truly was having a life of my own.
See, these are things that I wanted to tap into because you don't think about it.
Right.
And one of the videos that kind of punched me in the stomach and took the wind out of me was when you were watching your dad shave him, and you were taking notes because you knew one day it was going to be your turn. And so now you're talking about you left the house. And so that had to be really, really hard for you.
I want to tear up. For a very long time, I dealt with a lot of guilt because I was the normal child.
Which operationally define normal anymore.
Yeah, I was going
right.
to say, there ain't nothing normal about me.
right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But there was never pressure from mom and dad. Never. We have the best parents in the world. I mean, very just parents towards each of us. So they are just the best humans ever. But I dealt with a lot of guilt. And at one point, there was a lot of resentment from him towards me. And then I have my own relationship with God. And I was like, God, like, what do I do here? And he said to me, actually at a really young age, he said, are you kidding? I made you his sister for a reason. And then that immediately for me, it was a light bulb moment. I said, okay, let's do this. And I've been able to take my strengths in life and apply them towards us, figure out how to embrace him and help him flourish, even though he makes me flourish every day. But it was not easy for a while, but also.
How did you repair that? How did you reconcile that resentment? Or was it just a conversation? Was it something that had to happen over time where he kept seeing, hey, she's not gone. She's coming back over and over and over again. I mean, clearly you have a huge part in his life.
Yes. Multiple things. Prayer, therapy, but then also...
Therapy with you collectively or therapy with you on your own or both?
Family therapy.
All of you guys?
All of us together. Yeah. We have had a wonderful therapist who's done some major work in our family. But it was me saying, and accepting that our family dynamic, again, that word normal is kind of but it will never be normal or traditional, I guess is a better way to explain that.
No one's is anymore.
Yeah, it's not.
You know.
But it was learning just how can I incorporate him more and help him feel more normal, even though I know that's not a thing, but help him feel more like an independent adult, whether that's taking him out to the bars with me and my friends. Even though he doesn't drink, we sit there and take shots of water together and he has a blast. Whether it's riding around in the car at 16 years old with the, windows down, jamming music, whether it's having a house party when mom and dad aren't home, incorporating him into those everyday things that I do, that normal kids do, normal teens do, normal young adults do. Sometimes he comes and stays with me at my apartment and gives mom and dad a break, but also it helps him feel just like everybody else. And that really helped repair our relationship.
For sure.
So,
do you have a significant other?
No.
So have you thought about how that could...
Oh, yeah. One of the things that if I were, hopefully someday I'll have a significant other. Shoot.
I think you'll be fine.
It hasn't been on my mind lately because honestly, we've been
What are you,
so
27?
busy with this. 28, yep.
28? Yeah, you're still super young.
I'm not worried about it, but
you shouldn't be.
I know that is a conversation. If I want to get serious with somebody, I will have very early on because we're a package deal.
100%.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's also a different dynamic that I've had to think about when it comes to money and protecting what is going to be his money. And if something were to ever happen to me, how is he protected if our parents are no longer here?
Right. So you're going to have to think about having some type of long-term care policy.
Exactly.
For assisted living and all that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
We actually went to the attorney earlier. Was it this year? It was late last year, one of the two.
I can't remember, I think.
And, sorry, hold on. It just takes me just a second to get through this one. But, sorry, 1 second. I never want him, if at all possible, to ever go live somewhere outside of our family. And so I told my parents, I was like, look, because right now from a legal standpoint, they have guardianship over him still. So that way they have access to, his money and they have control over his medical.
I'm sure that in the instance that your dad's not able to act, that gets passed to your mom. And if your mom's not able to act, it goes to you.
Yeah.
I would imagine that's the hierarchy.
That's how we have it set up now. So,
right.
But I told them, I said, I don't want him going to anybody else if possible. Again, I'm so meant to be his sister. I'm prepared for this. I would like to think I'm pretty strong and I can handle it. So he's mine.
Right. And so, you just are in a situation where, here, mom and dad may be in a situation one day where they need assisted living.
Yes.
Right. And so now they're no longer, per that document, able to quote unquote act.
Correct.
And so now Stefani is acting.
Yep. I'll be his legal guardian because
right.
I was not comfortable with him becoming a ward of the state.
Absolutely not.
I realize some
I agree with
people
you.
don't have a choice. I fully understand that, but I do have the choice, and I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, you're blessed with the choice.
Yes, and I'm thankful for that, and I don't take it for granted. And he's my little buddy, right?
We do stuff together.
All the time. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of hardship, but it's a lot of fun, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
So, one day you're going to have nieces and nephews, dude. You ready for that?
Well, I'll let her. I'm gonna let her figure that out, Coach. well, when she's ready to get married, then I'll let her.
All right. Yeah. There you go.
He's very respectful of all of that.
And I know.
I think you're going to be a great uncle.
I know she's happy with that man right now.
I am happy with that man right now.
Yeah, you're young still.
Yeah.
It'll
come. It'll come when the time is ready.
Here,
and
I
he'll be
was,
coming along with me.
When I met Michelle, completely satisfied on my own. Mm-hmm. I started dating Michelle. I can't remember if I was 29 or 30 years old. I don't remember, but it was right around there. And I was so happy by myself.
Yeah.
And I think you have to be happy by yourself before you can ever be happy with someone else. So
that's absolutely the key.
you're in a good spot.
I'm
You're in
very
a good
thankful.
spot. Yeah.
Blessed life, that's for sure.
And so you live how far away from your mom and dad?
20 minutes. I live down here, actually, downtown area by myself.
Okay.
And so it's been great. I have my own little bachelorette pad.
Nothing wrong with that.
But it's great because then I'm so close to them. They're not even 20. It's probably closer 12 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm over there multiple times a week. But also if they want a break, I just bring him down with me. Especially during the summer, he'll come over to the pool at my apartment complex a lot, hangs out with me and my friends, and they're wonderful to him.
Yeah.
So.
Here, I could hang out with you all day long.
Well,
I mean, seriously. I could hang out with you all day long.
I could do that. But I also, yeah.
What? Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I will just say you have to choose your friends wisely, though. And
You have to use your what, Isaac?
choose your friends wisely.
Choose
Oh,
your
choose
friends
your friends
wisely.
wisely.
Yes, right. Yeah. So she's got good friends. You got good friends.
Yeah.
And you guys are, you guys are meant to be brother and sister.
Mm-hmm.
And here, if you were to sit down and you were to write down all the qualities that you would want in a human being, because I thought about this, because anytime I have a guest on, my brain just starts going, and I'm like, you got all of them. You know what I mean?
He does.
He's got all of them.
And the thing that I admire the most about him is he's so authentic, because a lot of people may have those qualities, but they don't always let them show, or they may dim their light. And Drew he is who he is, and nothing's going to stop him. And that's one of my favorite things about him.
Yeah. Listen, Drew, I admire you, and there's been
Thank you.
A dozen or so times where I've observed you and thought to myself, not only do I wish I could be more like you, I wish my kids could be more like you. I wish, the world could be more like you. And so it's so incredibly impressive. So let me ask you something. What would you want to say to the Saint Pius football team right now?
Boys, we've had a great season, but I know we may have lost, but hey, we're next year we're gonna been better for that right now. But I did look at the schedules. We got a couple of tough teams, like tough teams. We just gotta keep the faith. That's all I have to say.
We got to keep the faith.
Yeah,
that's right. I like that. If we do that, then everything takes care of itself. So you're going to be back next year then?
Yes, sir. Yes. I can't wait to see you. My boys, I can't wait to see you in the spring. And let's go win that state championship next year.
So what's let me ask when Father Mark says Saint Pius X, what do we say?
Saint Pius the 30th. My bad.
Hold on. When we do our prayer before we go out there, he says Saint Pius X, and what do we say?
Saint Pius
X, pray for us.
Pray for us.
And then Our Lady.
Our Lady. Queen of Mary.
Queen of Victory.
Our Lady Queen of Victory.
Pray for us.
Pray for us.
What is there anything else you guys want to say?
Thank you.
Thank you. I've really enjoyed coming in and to share with people that with this whole with honestly, I cannot thank for Pius, because that has really changed my life, and I tell you, I talk about Pius. It's also been cool. Like, a couple of churches have recognized me about that, so I think it's also brought me happiness too. So,
your happiness you are so happy all the time now, and it's due to Pius. And thank you for allowing him to come on here and have a voice as well, because the patience sometimes that it takes to sit and listen. So thank you for that.
Oh no, I love it. It's been great. It's been great. I think a big part and why some people so you asked me what makes me treat Drew in a manner that I have, and you know how my faith is tied into it. Well, obviously I said that, but I think also some people just don't know how to behave, and so when they're around Drews of the world,
Yes.
so instead of undergoing that awkwardness, they just completely and totally stay away from it.
Correct.
Right. And so in that way, their inability to be comfortable like I am right now comes off as they're being mean.
Right.
And they're really not. They just don't know how to act. I was part of a traumatic brain injury team when I was at Rusk Rehab in Columbia. And although that patient population isn't anyone that I would ever want to work with, it does help me be able to interact with Drews of the world, and it's not a big deal to me.
Yeah, and you can see it. You can feel it.
Yeah.
You don't treat anybody differently,
No,
which is much appreciated.
It's not a big deal to me at all, and that 9 weeks taught me a lot. The clinical instructor's name was Fred Gottman, and the way he interacted with that patient population, he was made for that patient population. I was not.
This is not for me.
I was not.
Get me out of this shit.
Yeah, I told him, I'm like, look, if I had to make my money doing this, I'm doing something else.
Fair enough.
I mean, I flat out said it to him. But there was bits and pieces of that 9 weeks that I've carried with me, and one of it is, and it wasn't just traumatic brain injuries. It could have been someone who maybe had Huntington's disease or, all kinds of different diagnoses, and, where there was cognitive abnormality, we'll say.
Yeah.
And so being able to sit down and have conversations with them, which I would have to do for hours on end, has taught me to be able to sit here and have a podcast with Drew, and I don't feel uncomfortable about it at all, right? Or if I was in a restaurant with you and I'm going to just do what I do, and, it's not going to change me at all, where some people just don't know how. And I think now there's 100 boys who've interacted with Drew for the last 6 months that are going to be able to spread that exact same thing.
Absolutely. And again, the word gratitude just comes to mind.
And I think we're a blessing to each other. And when I'm talking about Saint Pius as a blessing to Drew, Drew's also a big blessing to Saint Pius in a number of ways. So,
do you hear that?
Yeah, it's been so I could talk about this eyeball because it's all even I will say even the student managers have really opened up to me too. So
yeah, because other students that aren't football players.
Well, like I'll say like the student manager, like the people that coordinate on the side, they've really
the other girls, the other athletic trainers, right,
exactly,
right,
so.
yeah, they're student athletic trainers. I think
Yeah.
they may be doing like a internship or something like that with her. So
That's amazing.
they're super nice.
Yeah,
they're super nice.
I'm not gonna say her name, but she's been really good to me. I'll just say.
You know what you got to do next year, Drew, is come to some of the volleyball games.
I may have started doing that if. Do they always play on a Tuesday?
Tuesday? Oh, gosh, Drew, it's all over the place. Sometimes it's Tuesday, sometimes it's Thursday, sometimes it's both, sometimes it's Saturdays. They're all over the place.
We'll get you to one. How about that?
Here, you know what I'm going to do? What you can do, because Gianna plays on a club team.
Oh.
Dude. Have you ever watched a volleyball game?
I have. They're a lot of fun.
You got to come to Gianna and or Gemma's volleyball game. I'll send you a schedule,
Please.
and you could come watch those and see if you. I think you'll love it. And I'll tell you right now, Michelle coaches Gemma's club team, and you could definitely go sit on the sideline with her. She'd let you.
That'd be good.
You would love it.
I didn't want to scare your daughter though.
How you gonna ski? You already met her.
Well,
Did you forget her already?
Well, I know that. Well, how old is your?
Gianna's a freshman at Pius.
Oh, I must have not. I didn't realize that she was yeah, she's one of the Palmies too.
She was with one of the Palmies. So the Palmy was the dark hair, and then Gianna's hair is kind of dirty blonde.
Okay. now when I see the moments off the wave.
Let me see if I have a picture of Gianna.
But I better not actually do that because that might make the mommy coach uncomfortable though.
No, you just wave and then just say hi.
You're not going to make it. I'll introduce you to everybody.
I really is.
Yeah, Drew.
I
got it. I know how to do this.
You know how who's really are we on air still?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still recording.
Vince's Castro, his girlfriend Stella has been.
What's her name?
Stella. She's been
Stella. You've just had such a good
even,
experience with so many. Is it Brianna? She's a student manager or an athletic director.
I'll say
Yep.
She was wonderful.
How do I not have pictures of Gianna? I'm a terrible dad.
No.
Let's see if I could find one of her.
Why is it?
Here you go. This is Gianna. That's Gianna, and then that's Avery.
Oh my.
They're both volleyball players at Pius.
Whoa.
Yeah,
So John will be a sophomore next year.
that's right. But she's getting ready to play club, and they have a bunch of tournaments in town, and then you could come to some of the tournaments and come watch if you guys have nothing going on.
I'd like to. We'll have to do that one of these.
It won't probably be her first tournament. Probably won't be till after the first of the year.
I'm down with that. What do you think, sister?
I think it sounds like a plan.
Yeah, they have the big tournament down at Bartle Hall, the Martin Luther King tournament.
Yes.
It's huge. So you guys, you could, and I'll ask Michelle if you could sit on the side. I guarantee she'll say yeah.
Manager Drew back in action.
I'm like I gotta be careful not saying like your favorite boys or your favorite guys are. Curious. It is. I will say one of the freshmen asked me, "Are you going to come to any of the freshman games?" Well, I had to be honest. I didn't tell the freshman I don't drive, but I told them I was going to come to the game, and I did. So it's
There you go.
There you go, buddy.
I had to tell. And then
Back
that
up
was
off the mic. Back up off the mic. There you go.
He's sitting like I am.
I think
He mirrors a lot.
I think when that happened, I told me that God had made that right. I'm like, when the freshman actually said that to me, I'm like, Jesus, you changed everything.
He does.
I was just there's a song called I Trust, I Saw the Lord. Every time they need that, I just give me tears in my eyes because it's.
And he heard and he answered.
Yes, exactly.
I know the word. I know the song. Was that Brandon Lake? I don't know who
that
that is.
Honestly, that might have been one of Rick's songs.
What's your favorite Brandon Lake song? We'll end on that.
Gratitude.
That's a good one, isn't it?
Oh my!
He's got about 10 of them that I really, really like. He did. I told my wife I'll go every time he comes.
Honestly, what I've in praise the praise song has been really cool too. Praise the Lord, oh my soul.
You almost sound like him.
That was great.
I won't be quiet. My God is alive. How could I keep it inside? Praise the Lord, oh my soul.
Tell him your other favorite song that's not a Brandon Lake song.
Girl,
the way you move.
rain, go away. That's what all my haters said.
He loves the song No Hands by Waka Flocka.
Oh, okay. All right, No Hands.
Loves that song.
Yeah.
We're a very diverse music.
Hey, that's all right,
family.
Drew. It's good. I got a diverse playlist myself.
I've heard a lot of country songs because I've been to a lot of games. That's why I've known all these country songs too. So
yeah,
boom.
It's been just I could tell much. I'm a very God is honestly. 5 years ago, before Sarah did this podcast, and I was part of a team. Stephanie, we went to Mexico. That's when I didn't think things were kind of bad between us, and then I'm thinking.
You guys were out of town?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got in a fight in the lobby, like a fist fight.
Well, no, I don't really. She one of her best friends that I had a big crush on, but at that time, but now it's gotten much better.
Yeah, we'll skip that part for now.
Yeah, that's a story for another time. But I will say
it happens in families. There's a video of my wife on Mother's Day on our door cam when the two girls were fighting, and my wife ran outside, grabbed one by her hair, grabbed the other one by her hair on video, and she is pulling them inside by their hair. So that was on Mother's Day.
Oh, happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. So that was on Mother's Day in probably of 2023 or 24.
So it was more recent.
Oh, yeah. Gianna was probably 12. Gemma was probably 9.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So, yeah, you guys, that's not unique to the Conways.
Thank God. Thank God.
Drew, thank you.
Coach,
I appreciate you coming on, buddy.
Coach, I appreciate you and everybody at Pius. They've made change into the person I am today. They've changed. It has changed my life.
You're the man, Drew. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.